Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals. With the top four seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 8 seed in this playoff, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Army Black Knights. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. The Black Knights offense will get the first swing today. Of course, this game in Atlanta, I think, is the mecca of college football. And over the years here in the Peach Bowl, we've seen underdog teams like UCF and Houston really come in here and make their own piece of history.
And Chris, think about it. The Peach Bowl, kind of like the Cotton Bowl, has been a major winner in this playoff expansion. They put on a great game, and they've already had some memorable moments. Who could forget in 2022 the field goal in the game that potentially wins it?
Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. One play moves the ball to the 45. It'll be first down. Receiver in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. And the player is down injured after that last play. They'll take a timeout or they check him out. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Looking right, this one caught. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. And the Black Knights come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. To the air, it's Banks. The pocket breaking down. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with a first sack of the game.
7th play now, the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. With some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Receiver makes the grab. Tackled after the completion. Offense will now set up inside the 5.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy is off to a great start in this big playoff game.
Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Burks. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense gets their first crack now. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Here comes a handoff. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid game.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He's escaping the pocket now. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Defense does a great job of taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. The only problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks up the first down.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And there's the handoff. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Solid gain in the running play. 3rd down now. Quarterback drops back. He flips it to the back across the middle. And he's tackled just short of that first down mark. Good job by the defense. The Badgers will line up to punt it away.
You know, it's 3rd down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
And here comes the Army offense onto the field now. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, move right down the field for a touchdown. First play of the drive now. They'll start from the 32. Takes the handoff on the counter play. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
That's a first down here for Army on the ground. Offensive line, look at these guys pushing, doing everything they can to help their back out. This is how you do it when you're Army. You've got to be able to sustain drives and pick up first downs.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Pass knocked away and incomplete. That'll do it for quarter number 1. And Kirk, it's Army in the lead here. We've reached the end of 1 in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. Offense facing a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. It's Banks. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Incomplete for a 3rd straight play.
Well, I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
And here comes the Badgers offense back out on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Makes a quick catch. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. That completion sets up a third down play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Receiver makes the catch. Tackled at the 35. Good enough for a first down.
Good job here by this offense coming up with his first down on the third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
And the Badgers are on the move here.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what. They have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
So, second down after the incompletion. And the quarterback dropping back. Grab down the middle. It's Burks. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down.
Chris, you can see when the offensive line does their job and gives this quarterback time to throw, you're going to see plays like this and first downs for the Badgers offense. They've had some good ones over the years. Very efficient. Of course, Russell Wilson is the name that stands out, but they've had others. Scott Tolzien, Darrell Bevel, Jim Sorgi, Brooks Bollinger. Some good quarterback play that always seems to make the right decision.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Catch made over the middle. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And they pick up the first out of the 23, getting closer to the red zone.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
And the Badgers lining up here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
1st and goal. Can the offense punch it in and tie the score before the half? Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
I love to see this by this quarterback. Instead of giving up on the play and just throwing it away or trying to put one into coverage, he just takes off, reminds his defense what he can do with his legs, and almost took it to the house.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wisconsin. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Get this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Return starts from inside the 5. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. To throw, it's Banks. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Aggressive call, a deep shot on 1st down, but incomplete.
I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
They'll hand it off. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? He hands it off from the gun. And he's brought down out at the 46.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He'll take a deep shot here. And the downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
But, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Dropping back. It's Banks. Pressure is coming. Catch made on the right side. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And they heave it deep downfield. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Army. See if they can convert the point after. The PAT is good. They go for touchdown, 14-7. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he's brought down after a solid effort on that return. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. And now the handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. These games, they never disappoint, regardless the score. And this one was filled with excitement and big plays throughout that first half.
And the Black Knights will kick it away to get us going in the second half. Returner decides to field it. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And the Wisconsin offense back out on the field. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin from their own 11. Off the play fake on first down. He's going to take off here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, I thought the defense had him here, Chris. He should be down the backfield, but instead, he gets out of the pressure and actually picks up some positive yards.
And the Badgers hustle to the line to run the hurry up. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off, and there's just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call. and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Badgers.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Coverage team brings down the returner. And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Solid run. Moves the ball out across the 20 to the 21.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Hands it off on the counter. And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They'll try to pick up the 3rd down yardage on the ground. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, the offense goes with a counter play here, and the defense does a pretty good job of slowing it down. Again, you got to be disciplined on defense. Just when you think they're running on the front side, they run that counter play, and you better be home on the back side.
And the Black Knights will line up on 1st and 10. Handoff to the back. Passes the 40. They stop him at the 45, but that's good for a 1st down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Explosive play. The game moves the ball all the way to the 30.
I understand the concept of bringing the blitz, and you hope that it gets home. But if you don't, you leave your corner in man-to-man situation against this wide receiver. That is a tough ask for this corner, and he's going to lose that battle more often than not.
And that's a solid game before the defense able to bring him down.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Every now and then we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And here's the handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Can he make it to the marker? Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that 1st down marker. We reach the end of 3 in this playoff game. Deadlocked. A classic on our hands as we stop to check the game summary so far. So tie game, 4th quarter. They're going to go for it on this 4th down. And he's got it again. Touchdown, Black Knights. They jump in front here in the fourth.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
And the point after is good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Bringing it out, it's Burks. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. And the Wisconsin offense is back out on the field. In the first play of the drive now, they're backed up at the 12-yard line. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line. Important second down play coming up. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. It's a nice gain. We'll move the football up to the 27.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's a quick grab. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Simple pitch and catch on the drag route. Quarterbacks love these routes because they're short throws. But those yards after the catch kind of pad your stats.
The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Looks like he's going to run it. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
2nd down after that previous play. The shotgun handoff here. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Makes a quick grab. You bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Defenses all around the country got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Receiver makes the grab. Well executed. He finds space and gets the first down yardage. And we've reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to steal a late game comeback victory. There's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Caught quickly. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Chris, it's a great game, but I'm always so impressed with the offensive line because they sell this as much as anything. The quarterback's making the read, trying to figure out if the defense is committed to the run or the pass, and then he's going to go the other direction. He makes the right throw here out to the flat to the right, but the offensive line showing the defense it's a run look is what opens this up eventually for the nice game.
It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management is going to be very important here in the final minutes. Big opportunity for the offense to tie this game up in the fourth quarter. It's first and goal. They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Ball moved back to the 4 for second and goal. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Boy, how about this offense coming through in the clutch? The quarterback makes the throw. Good job by that offensive line. And the receiver delivers for this touchdown. Now, you're down 1 and you're the head coach. You've worked all this time. This entire season comes down to this. Do you kick the extra point to tie it, or do you go for the lead?
And it's fielded. Returner trying to create good field position here. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Army offense onto the field now. Your worst-case scenario, you go to overtime. But can they make something happen here? Try to win it in regulation. Let's see. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. Handoff to the back. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So second and 6. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. They're going to run it. Breaking free at the 35. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers. And don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep
testing the defense with a throw downfield. They lost the receiver down there. He's got it for a big gain. Touchdown, Army, to claim the lead here in the final minute. Now the try here for the extra point. PAT is up and good. The lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. So after the late score, they'll kick it off and hope the defense can hold up and preserve this lead. They'll return it from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. And here comes the Badgers offense back out on the field. Here we go. Crucial situation. They've got time to run a few plays. The defense can't just back off here and play too passive. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
We've got to get points quickly here, looking for explosive plays right now. Throwing again on second and 10. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Rips off a big gain. Finally tackled at the 46. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
That play makes it. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Trying to extend the play. Timeout taken by the offense now. 23 seconds on the clock. They need to score quickly here. Trying to dial up some big plays. And they'll run it with the draw play. He's stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now. Down by 7. They've got to convert here for a chance to tie this game. looking to throw for the first down. Let's it fly to the wideout. And it's incomplete. And the drive will fizzle out here in the final minutes.
Boy, as a play caller, you saved this play for this moment. Under 2 minutes to go. Fourth down. Fourth quarter. Game on the line. And then you just got to rely on your quarterback to make good decisions and be accurate with the football. In this case, he is not. And that, to me, is probably the ball game.
Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow.